YouTube, y'all, I'm coming with the best movie, comic book movie of all time. If y'all have not watched Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse, no, my bad, Across the Spider, you gotta go do that. There's some spoilers in this video. I can't even speak. This movie, y'all don't understand. It's a 10 out of 10. You gotta go watch it. Like, I was literally at the end of the movie, my ass said out loud, "Wow." Like wow, I was literally shocked. Like y'all know how y'all was in Infinity War? That's just, I was like, what the actual? And y'all, I drank like a whole icy, and I had to pee like halfway through the movie, but I was not finna leave, and the movie ended, and I was still mad, but I had to still pee, and I was like, I could have went 2-3 more hours. That's how good this movie. I would have destroyed my bladder. I would have wrecked it. Like, I didn't give a god. Man, this y'all watch this movie if you have not gotten to go see this movie. First you gotta go watch the first one if you haven't watched that, and then you gotta watch this one. This movie was amazing. 10 out of 10. I live like y'all. Yeah, I know. I'm bouncing right now. I'm riding crazy. Chill out. I know. But you gonna be right there with me. I promise you gonna be right there with me once you go watch this movie. But anyway, welcome new subscribers, new people. Let's go ahead and get to this video, bro.
To be rock stars, I'm Eric Voss, and
Jesus.
Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse ended with a gut punch of a cliffhanger, a true, well, what the hell now moment, setting up the next installment, Beyond the Spider-Verse, currently slated to release March 29th, 2024. There's a lot to explain with this movie's take on the Spider-Verse, or I should say arachno-humanoid poly-multiverse. No post-credit scenes, so in this video, we're just gonna discuss where this movie leaves us and what's coming next. Spoilers ahead! Also, I broke down new details of 2018's Into the Spider-Verse over on the Deep Dive channel, where on Friday I'm hosting a live breakdown of Across the Spider-Verse at noon Eastern. Support me with one of these Miles Morales Multiverse Dive shirts at nerdriot.shop. It's one of my favorite new shirt designs. I'm gonna be wearing this all the time. And thank you to Boxsuit for sponsoring this video. More on their tasty offerings later. So in 2023's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales learns that the Spider Society of Miguel O'Hara has excluded Miles because he is an anomaly. That his spider, Alchemix Spider number 42, came from another universe, Earth 42, and was never supposed to bite him.
Bro, this had me so mad because Miguel going crazy on this boy. Like, I can't control that I got bit by a spider. You act like I went out there and tried to get bit. You talking about you don't belong? What the fuck? I swear.
According to Miguel, this Collider event caused Miles' universe's Peter Parker to die, it left Earth 42 without a Spider-Man, and it created the multiverse-consuming villain, The Spot. In Miles' universe, Jonathan Owen, revealed in this movie to be the alchemic scientist in the 2018 movie that Miles threw a bagel at, producing that hilarious action word of bagel. So Miguel explains the nature of the Spider-Verse, aka the web of life and destiny, or in his words,
Spiderverse. It's called the arachno-humanoid poly-multiverse.
You always lose me with that.
This web, he says, is made up of interlocking nodes of canon events, critical rites of passage for all spider people, which include deaths of loved ones and sacrificial deaths of police captains, which for Gwen Stacy would be her father George Stacy, and for Miles would be his father Lieutenant Jeff Morales, soon to be Captain Jeff Morales. And Miles, as an anomaly, disrupts these canon events just by his nature, which we saw in Mumbattan when Miles saves Prevator Prabhakar's girlfriend's father, Captain Singh, from the fallout of the crumbling Alchemix building in that universe.
Oh, I get it now. So Miles is an anomaly himself. So of course. Wait. So does that mean just because? Wait, y'all just got a theory. So just because he's an anomaly himself, he's gonna mess up what's supposed to happen anyways, right? So in the next movie, his dad is not dying because he's gonna, like, there's no way. Or maybe I just don't want his dad to die. Like, maybe I'm just trying to find a reason.
Miguel and his society trap villainous anomalies from the multiverse in these amber-colored shells, including a live-action cameo by Donald Glover as an alternate universe Aaron Davis Prowler. Remember, Glover played Aaron Davis in 2017 Spider-Man Homecoming in the MCU. Now, he wasn't necessarily Prowler yet at that time, and he also cameoed in 2018's Into the Spider-Verse on Aaron Davis's TV from an episode of NBC's Community when, as the character Troy, he wore Spider-Man PJs. Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, voiced Miles Morales in the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series. So Miguel tries to encase
I didn't
Miles
know that.
for
That's
just a
crazy.
few days to let Miles' father Jeff die back on Earth 1610 because we know the Spot is targeting him. But Miles is able to use his electricity powers to explode out of the energy field, and he flees all the Spider people in the HQ. He lures everyone on a chase on the high-speed rail train of Nueva York. Then he fries Miguel's techno-organic suit and leaps back down to the lab, where he uses a machine to cocoon him in a shell that will send him back to his home reality based on the DNA of the spider that bit him, so that he can save his father. Miguel does the same to Gwen Stacy, sending her back to Earth 65 with no multiverse gadgets, so she's not able to help Miles. Bringing us to the final act, where things get really eerie. Miles dashes home through the rain. He passes reflections of Spider-Ham, Penny Parker, and Spider-Man Noir, his friends from the 2018 film. But this red and green tinted world just looks a little off compared to the Brooklyn he left behind. Now, when you're watching your favorite movies and shows, they've got your eyes and ears covered, but what about your other senses? For that, you need a snack. And if you want snacks...
Boy, you almost got me. I am not even gonna lie to you. You did an amazing job. I'm not even gonna lie. You did a crazy job. Let me see. We're gonna put it right there.
Off your order. Meanwhile, Miguel leads a search party of Jessica Drew and Ben Reilly to Earth 1610 to stop Miles and to let Jeff die and defeat the Spot. Gwen Stacy, meanwhile, back at Earth 65, makes peace with her dad, George, who decided to resign from the police force and therefore not be a captain. And he gifts her a different gadget designed by...
Okay. Let me know if I'm tripping, but when that was like, that conversation was going about, does that mean like what happened to the Indian Spider-Man world gonna happen to hers? Because isn't her father supposed to die? Am I tripping?
A Hobie Brown that Gwen's able to use to go to 1610 to help Miles. So Miles has gone home, but a little detail in this bedroom, boxing gloves now hanging from the doorknob. This is a room of a Miles who's still working the bag. So Miles tells his mother Rio that he's Spider-Man, and we think Gwen is listening outside, but Rio doesn't know who Spider-Man is. And for a second, we think it's a joke, that Rio might just not be caught up on current events, but no. Like the classic Silence of the Lambs fake out, where Clarice Starling is going to one home while the FBI is raiding a different home. Gwen is actually outside a different location in a different universe. Miles' empty bedroom in 1610. Meanwhile, Miles realizes he is not in his home universe. That machine back in Nueva York was based on the DNA of the spider that bit him, which was not from 1610, it was from Earth 42, a universe with no Spider-Man. In this universe, Uncle Aaron is still alive. He says, "Hey," calling back his shoulder move advice from the first movie, and he asks Miles why he took his braids out. So Aaron, a criminal, has been giving Rio to help her make ends meet, and has taken Miles under his wing. They go to the roof, and they see the memorial mural is not of Aaron, but of Miles' father, Jeff Morales. Jeff is dead in this universe. Miles gets knocked out, and he wakes up tied to Aaron's punching bag in his apartment, the one that Miles and Aaron worked out with in the 2018 film, and the one that Miles tied Peter B. Parker to. Aaron now reveals that he is not the Prowler, someone else is, and a younger Prowler steps forward and unmasks himself. It's the face of Miles. His hair is braided.
Look at this cold ass nigga. You get to look, no love, no nothing. I'm just nigga. Hey, there's nothing to be said. I'm about it, man. This man Miles is begging with this nigga, like, to let him go back home so he can save his father. Bro said, "My dad's dead. What about you? I don't care. He's yours. I'ma let him die." What the fuck?
The credits identify this as Miles G. Morales. He's voiced by Gerald Jerome. Our Miles' shocked face is lit by red on one side, blue on the other, but in the middle, those two colors mixed, Prowler purple. A color that, not to get too nerdy about this, does not exist in the normal spectrum of light, because in the spectrum of all visible light by the human eye, blue is on one side, red is at the other end. Our rods and cones just kind of mix them together in our heads. That's why purple is often associated with villains in these movies, because it's just not from this world. So our Miles says, "If I don't get home, our dad is going to die." But Prowler corrects, "Your dad." Our Miles begs, "Please, you have to let me go." But Prowler says, "Why would I do that?" And he clenches his armored fist and presses the punching bag right inside Miles' face. So the film ends with the Spot closing in on Miles' father, Jeff, back in 1610, but we hear this wild drum solo, taking us back to the opening image of the movie, Gwen Stacy's drumming with her band, the Mary Janes. Remember, this movie began with Gwen Stacy leaving her band, and now she says she found a new band, the combined forces of herself, Gwen Stacy, Peter B. Parker, Hobie Brown, Spider-Man Noir, Penny Parker, and Spider-Ham on course to rescue and avenge Miles. End of movie, no post-credit scene. See you next year for Beyond the Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse. But how do any of them untangle this mess? Well, you could say Miles' dad might just be able to go the George Stacy route and resign from the PDNY, but I don't know, that seems like a technicality and not really be able to undo the anomaly of Miles' existence as a Spider-Man. Of course, it's also possible that Miguel's interpretation of the rules of the web and life and destiny are not sacrosanct, and that rather than Miles being the exception, the anomaly, the mistake, the Spider-Verse might be stronger if more spider people were bitten by spiders from other dimensions, because it would make them responsible not just for their homes, but other neighboring universes. One thing we've learned about these movies is that sometimes folks just have to live in multiple worlds at once, and so maybe by defeating Prowler Miles in the next movie, the solution could be to save him by getting him bitten by a radioactive spider from another universe. And since this movie established Spider-Verse canon events as Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker mourning the death of Captain Stacy from the 2012 Amazing Spider-Man film, and Tobey Maguire Peter Parker greeting Cliff Robertson Uncle Ben's death in that movie, two universes we know are linked to the MCU by Spider-Man No Way Home. And the Spot in this movie visited Mrs. Chen from Venom, a universe this movie labels Earth 688. And we also, of course, got a live-action MCU actor, Donald Glover, in an animated world. It's just inevitable that Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to leave us with a live-action Miles Morales who can exist in the MCU. Now, my Easter egg breakdown of this film is coming this weekend on Rockstar's channel, with more videos and explanations to come beyond that. Subscribe to the deep dive, though, for deeper analyses, including my live breakdown of this movie.
Man, this movie, like I said, y'all need to watch this movie. I haven't before, but yo, I cannot wait for this movie. It's just the most anticipated movie for me next year. I don't even know what all movies come out. I don't care. I want to watch this one. I don't care about any Avengers could come out next year. I am more looking forward to this one. This movie was the one. I'm not gonna lie to you. This movie was the one. And the next one, if they keep the same energy they did in this one, yeah. I didn't even, y'all. When this movie comes out on DVD, I gotta go buy it. I'm sorry. I have to go buy it. There's no. I won't even have to second think it. Like I'm gonna have to show my kids this movie. I don't even have kids, so in the next couple years, I'm gonna be like, yo, hey y'all, just sit down. I gotta show you this masterpiece. This is how amazing this movie. And look, like I said, if you made it to the end, you probably watched the movie. If you haven't, you're crazy. But look, like I know I'm bouncing on it, but I know I'm doing all type of tricks. But listen, this movie was crazy. But look, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment. If you're not subscribed, what is you doing? Subscribe. We almost at 500 subscribers. But look, I want to thank y'all. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next video. We out.